How we doing, Cowboys? Mr. Lincoln coming to you one more time. This is the last week of the 6 weeks that we're going to be doing a lesson. And today's lesson is going to be to talk about things that we talked about at the beginning of the year and bring those things to a close and to think about all that we've done here in our new distance learning environment. I just want to start off by saying the people that have done all of the work so far, I am pretty impressed with you guys, and I think you've done a great job. You are definitely setting yourself up well for being able to handle college. Um, I had the opportunity when I was in college to do some distance learning stuff, and I avoided it. I did not take distance learning classes. I didn't take any online classes. They were available. I didn't do it. I had the opportunity to take classes while I was on patrol. That's what they call it when you're in the Navy and you go to sea on your submarine and you're underwater. The colleges can set you up with a curriculum and they can give you books and you can do all the work while you're out to sea, and then when you come back you hand in all your paperwork and your projects and everything and they grade you and you get college credit. I didn't do that. I waited until I had the opportunity at shore duty, where I was on land all the time at Pearl Harbor Naval Shipyard, and after work I went and did classes at the college's classrooms or on base classrooms, as the case may be. But I always took physical classes because I knew it would be difficult for me, even as a person who is online all the time for the most part. I knew that it would be difficult for me to prioritize my learning the right way and to motivate myself to do some of the things that there was no schedule for unless I made the schedule for it. And I knew that that was a personal choice that I had to make. And so I avoided doing that kind of stuff because I wasn't sure that I would be able to handle the rigors of it. Doing my own schedule, like making my own choices about when to do what and how and everything like that. We here at McCollum this year did not have that choice. We kind of got thrown into this. Everybody has to do the distance learning thing, whether you like it or not. And it's presented its own set of challenges. And like I said, the people who have risen to that challenge, the people who have done all of their work in all of their classes, turned in all of their stuff that I've assigned, you guys are superstars. You guys have done great work. And you should be proud of yourselves because it takes a lot of effort to be able to motivate yourself every day to go and do the things that you need to do to keep up with the things that you needed to keep up with, even if it's hard, even if it's difficult. And, I'm pretty sure that most of you guys, weren't sure initially how everything was going to shake out. But you kept up with the work and you kept up with the learning. Some of you just for the pure sake of learning, and that is awesome. Just you're taking the opportunities that have been given to you in the best possible manner, and you have made the most of it. And for that, I applaud you. I really do. There's a lot. I'm not going to go down the list. I can't really do that. But suffice to say that there are some of you who have done every assignment, and you've really worked hard, and you were very prompt, and you did all your work really quickly and effectively. And I was really proud, to see that some of you guys were doing that real well. And there was a good number of you that were doing it. But as always, there are those who did not. And I'm aware that there are people who are having issues with technology. Okay, I know that. I've known that ever since I started teaching here. The first 2 or 3 days whenever I started off in McCollum, I was told, you're a computer teacher. You can't give homework assignments because we can't be sure that there are kids who have computers in their house with the programs that you have in your class. And they basically said everything that you do for a grade, you're going to have it done in class, no homework. And so the people that have the technology issues, I understand. I understand your situation, and we're making the best of it and everything like that. But there are some people out there who have the technology, they have the means to do it. It's just that they lack the motivation to get it done, perhaps. They lack the desire to do it, perhaps. And that lack of motivation or desire or whatever it happens to be that keeps you from doing the work that you were supposed to be doing during this time, that, how can I say this nicely? You guys know when I say that it's not going to be nice. um, that's not good. That's something that you got to work on, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities in life that only become available if you put in the work for it. Like I said, I went to college and I did it in Hawaii. And there are a ton of people who join the Navy and they go to Hawaii as their duty station and they do nothing but have fun the whole time. And they come away with it with nothing, except for I was in Hawaii and I had a great time. I went to Hawaii for 3 years. I went to the beach a total of 10 times. 10, like this many total times individually that I went to the beach and surfed or just went to the beach and had fun, because I made it my business to work on my college degree while I was there. And don't get me wrong, I had fun. I had a good time. I had friends, and went out and did things, and I wasn't like studying all the time, but it's like, could I have become a much better surfer had I just skipped the whole college thing and just decided, hey, how often do you get to go and live in Hawaii, and let's just go ahead and make the most of that and surf and get a great tan and everything. And I mean, that's a choice I could have made, and I would have suffered for it, because I wouldn't have gotten my degree done. I wouldn't have been able to get the jobs that I got coming out of the Navy without that degree. I would have had to work my way through some mediocre jobs while also trying to attend college, and my life would basically be put on hold while I was doing that. And I would have to pay a lot more money, because the Navy paid for a lot of my college while I was in Hawaii getting that college done. So there are some choices that you can make in your life. And here we are in this COVID thing, and you have been given the opportunity to do work, to learn some things, to make the best of a bad situation. And some of you didn't quite grasp that opportunity. And I really want to ask you guys to really look deep down inside yourselves and say to yourselves, did I do the best that I could in this situation? Let's take a look at a video that we had started the year with. This is the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And let me tell you, if someone told me that something is impossible, I will go out and do it. That's just the way I always was. I was told to my face, you're nothing but a giant muscle. You can't act. You have no future, and you have an accent that is laughable. Ignore the naysayers. Work like hell. Trust yourself. Break some rules. Don't be afraid to fail. I've made a fortune in several careers.
Okay, so what Arnold's saying at first there is that you have to go out and break some rules. You have to get out there and you have to do it. You have to do things. It's like you can't just sit around. It's like there's some of you who have, like, you went on spring break and you never really came back. You didn't improve. You didn't get anything done. You got to get up and you got to get out there and you got to do stuff.
And I've been very successful in several careers by believing in myself. Let me tell you, you're going to find the naysayers in every turn that you make. Don't listen. Just visualize your goal, know exactly where you want to go. Trust yourself. Get out there and work like hell, and break some of the rules, and never ever be afraid of failure. I couldn't have gone to one lifting event in my life if I would have been afraid of failure. Because of course there's a chance that you can fail.
Arnold also decided to go AWOL. He was actually in the Army the first time he did a weightlifting competition, and he was supposed to be on base apparently, and he decided to leave base without authorization and go participate in this bodybuilding competition. So he's literally He's literally telling the truth when he says that you have to break a few rules and do stuff like that. That was a funny little anecdote that I learned about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
When you lift the weight, I tried 10 times to lift bench press 500 pounds. And I failed. But the 11th time I did it. So never give up and never be afraid of failure, because otherwise you box yourself in and you limit yourself. You all should go and be hungry for success. You should be hungry to make your mark, and you should be hungry to be seen and to be heard and to have an effect out there. You have to think outside the box. That's what I believe. After all, what is the point of being on this earth if all you want to do is be liked by everyone and avoid trouble? The only way that I ever got any place was by breaking some of the rules. When you're out there partying, horsing around, someone out there at the same time is working hard.
That's a very important part of the speech, and that's what I wanted to have you guys hear again. Some of you need to hear that, okay? When you're out there horsing around and partying, somebody out there is getting better. Somebody out there is working hard. And somebody is out there working harder than you. And the thing is about that is, like, this is one of those situations. Did you put in the effort? Did you do the best that you could under these difficult circumstances to continue your learning, to continue to put in the effort to make things happen? Did you do the best that you could? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and honestly say to yourself, I did the best that I could in this situation, in this circumstance? You have to be able to live with yourself. You have to have some kind of internal mechanism. If you're going to succeed, you've got to have some kind of internal mechanism that says, did I give my best today? Did I really give my best today? Could I have done something else? Could I have done something more to show the world that I'm the best at this, or to do the best that I could? Okay? What he's saying right now is very true in this situation. There are some people out there right now who they didn't do the work. They didn't put in the effort. And you know, it's like, can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, times were tough, but I did the best I could? Really? Did you? You got to have that thing inside of you that says, did I do my best? Did I work hard? Did I deserve to feel good about what I did today? Okay? If you're gonna be if you're gonna be a champion, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you're gonna be somebody who's at the top of the game, if you're gonna be somebody who gets ahead in life and improves on where you are now, you've got to put in some effort. Okay? It's not just gonna come to you. Nobody gets muscles like that, just because. It's like you don't just plop into like massive muscles. You have to work at it. It's like you have to work. There's no two ways about it. Let's continue.
Someone is getting smarter and someone is winning. Just remember that. Now, if you want to coast through life, don't pay any attention to any of those rules. But if you want to win, there's absolutely no way around hard work.
If you want to win, there's absolutely no way around hard work. That is true. I didn't get my degree, after working, the easy way. I did it after a full day of work, all the way into the evening hours, when I could have been out there partying and surfing and, doing whatever. Okay? You gotta work. You gotta work at it. Okay? You're not gonna improve by just sitting there and doing nothing.
Don't be afraid to fail. Anything I've ever attempted, I was always willing to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions. You can't be paralyzed by fear of failure, or you will never push yourself. You keep pushing because you believe in yourself and in your vision. And you know that it is the right thing to do, and success will come. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't listen to the naysayers. I mean, how many times have you heard that you can't do this, and you can't do that, and it's never been done before? I hear this all the time. As a matter of fact, I love it when someone says, no one has ever done this before, because then when I do it, that means that I'm the first one that has done it. So pay no attention to the people that say it can't be done. Just remember, you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in a pocket.
All right.
So Lit Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack.
Arnold's right. You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in the pockets. You gotta get out there and you gotta put some effort in, kids. You know, some of you are seniors, some of you are. Your schooling time is over. You gotta go out into the real world and work. My two brothers, they are people who love sales and getting out there and working hard, and they make way more money than I do. But it's like they're risk takers and they're heartbreakers, those two. And they love to mix it up, and they love to get out there and do hard work and get out there, and they're real motivated and stuff like that. I'm really proud of my brothers, because they put themselves out on the line. They work without a safety net, so to speak, and they do a really good job, and they've grown their business doing the things that were necessary to succeed. So, like Arnold says, you can't just sit there and expect success to come to you. You have to go to work. You have to, you got to break some rules sometimes. You got to do things that are unexpected. Like I said, with the way to make money in this world is to do one of two things: either do something that no one else can do, they don't have the ability to do, or do something that people are unwilling to do themselves, and they will pay you a lot of money to do it for them. That's the way you get paid in life. So that's a video that I wanted to refresh you guys on, to bring you guys back to again. Arnold telling you that somebody out there, while you're playing around, somebody out there is getting stronger. Somebody out there is improving. Somebody out there is doing the best that they can to get ahead. And while you're playing around and you're not working, they're getting ahead of you. And that might cost you in the end. So, the other thing that I wanted to get in one more time with you guys, there's been a documentary that is out on ESPN, and what can I say? It's about Michael Jordan. It's a 10-part documentary series about how he and the Bulls won 6 titles in 8 years. And, Michael Jordan, as you can see, the thing, remember about what is perseverance. Michael Jordan is in that documentary, and he said, in one interview, he said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career, lost almost 300 games, 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." And that was said by Michael Jordan. Okay? And if you go through and you watch the videos, not videos necessarily, but if you go through and watch the TV series on ESPN about Michael Jordan and the Bulls, it's pretty eye-opening about how much of a competitor Michael Jordan is. If you didn't grow up in the 90s like I did, and you didn't see it firsthand, you'll definitely see a man who is all about competition, improving himself, improving those around him. In some cases, whether they like it or not, and really rubbing people the wrong way. He kind of did that too, but it's there's a very important part of that documentary, which a lot of people in the sports world have said it's the most poignant part of this, not necessarily saddest, but it's the most emotional part of the entire documentary, where they've gone through in a couple of the hour-long sessions with interviews from Jordan, with interviews from Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, a lot of people associated with the Chicago Bulls at the time and everything like that. And And in one particular episode, they were really, hitting on Jordan about how hard he was on his teammates. And at the end of the show, he started explaining why he did it. And he said, I wanted to win, and I wanted my teammates to win with me. And I'm the guy that I am, because I really want, I have this drive and I want to win. And he said, I never asked anybody to do anything that I wasn't myself willing to do. And if all I'm asking is that you play your hardest, and that if you don't want to play like that, you don't have to. And it brought tears to Jordan's eyes to have to say that, because everybody likes to be liked and everybody loves to have fun and party and stuff like that. But it's like there are people like Michael Jordan out there. There are people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. It's like there are people who have the drive to succeed and they really want the things that they want to do, and it's important to them, and they make it their business to do everything it takes to make that happen. And Jordan got teary-eyed. There were tears in his eyes because he was talking about how he wanted to succeed, and he drove others around them to their peak so that they together could succeed. And if you didn't like that, you didn't have to do it. But if you wanted to play with him, and if you wanted to win, then you were going to have to put in that effort. And he was going to get it out of you one way or another. And I thought that was a very important, thing that came out of that documentary. Is like people with a drive to succeed, they want other people to come with them. They want other people to do as well as they do. But it's like some people are willing to put in that work and others are not, And you got to ask yourself the question: if I truly want to succeed, am I willing to do everything it takes to succeed? Am I willing to, study as hard as possible? Am I willing to go to school for 4 hours after a full day of work? Am I ready to, forgo surfing, while in Hawaii, and forgo the beach parties and all that goes with the whole Hawaii scene so that I can get everything I can out of this opportunity? Am I willing to, wake up early like I would normally and go to the computer and do all the work that's been assigned to me from school, even though, I don't know whether or not anybody's checking it, even though I don't know whether or not anybody's, going to fail or not or whatever. I mean, some people have heard rumors and, that may have been demotivating for them, but some people may have heard those rumors about, maybe it counts, maybe it doesn't. And they said, you know what, I'm not taking that chance. I'm going to invest in this opportunity. I'm going to take this opportunity to do the best that I can. And I want to leave you with a message that always take advantage of your opportunities. You may not get another opportunity again. I'm not saying that, anything that I or one of the other teachers is going to come back to bite you in the butt later on. But why take that chance? You have an opportunity. Use it. Get something out of it. Take your opportunities and don't waste them. Okay? Seniors especially. The world is open to you now. But other students, use your opportunities as you can. Take them if they present themselves to you. Don't take the easy road. Don't take the easy road just because. Take the hard road. It's worth it sometimes to take the hard road, take your lumps, do the thing that you're supposed to do, and benefit and profit from it. Okay? Do the things in life that you're supposed to do, even if no one's looking. Like, remember we talked about integrity. And I said integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. Okay? Was I looking over your shoulder and making sure that you were doing all your homework? No, not necessarily. You were responsible for that. Did you have the integrity? Did you have the integrity to make sure that you were staying on top of your homework? And if not, why? Why didn't you? Take advantage of all your opportunities. Okay? All right, Cowboys. That's enough of that. And there will be a little quiz in the Google Classroom. Go ahead and shoot on over there now and take a look at it, answer some questions. And if you've got some work, if you haven't been keeping up, take a look in the Google Classroom. Do all your assignments. Make sure you're getting it all done. All right? And other than that, have a great rest of the year. Have a great summer. We'll see you next year, hopefully in class, and no more distance learning. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.